everybody. How y'all doing? Thank you for coming back as always. I appreciate it. I really hope you're having a wonderful day or night. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Deluxe as always. Alright, gonna do another story time with Deluxe. Alright, yay. And before that, go to hit me some likes, shares, prayers, and Care Bears. Go down there and sub for me if you don't mind, if you like the content. I really appreciate that. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and on Facebook. In the description, easy peasy. Alright. So, story time with Deluxe. Basically, it's just, I take something from the past, that's happened and everything, and I talk about it a little bit. I already did one of these. It was my first BotCon I went to. Go check it out. It's really cool. I'll put the links in the description and everything. And now I'm going to do my first Tfcon. So this was back in 2014. It was in Chicago the first time in the States. They've always had one in Toronto up in Canada and everything, which I would love to go up there one time. But yeah, this was the first time that was in the States. It was in Chicago. If anybody don't know, I'm on a podcast called Sharecast Uncut. We had just started. I mean, it was probably, TFCon was in October, I think. So we had started maybe in September, August, September-ish, around that time. So we've been together not that long and everything. We knew each other, but we just hadn't been together. But this is going to be the first time we got to see each other or meet in, in person and everything. So it was me, Greg from Mercy, T2RX6, Justin, Bobby Skullface also. So just us four. Antoine and Oscar were on the show also, but they couldn't make it to the show. But I did meet them later on at two different TFCons and everything, so that's cool. But anyways, yeah, I got there. It was, I remember I flew up there to Chicago and everything. It was at the Hyatt Hotel. It was right next to the airport. I remember taking the little shuttle van or whatever, shuttle bus, whatever, to the hotel and everything. So I got there and I met up with Greg from Mercy first. He was waiting. I think we was at the elevator and everything, and we ran to each other, and he gave a big old hug and everything, and started talking and all that good stuff and everything. So we got settled in. We went to the. I went to my room and went to the room. I think I was staying by myself. I think. I didn't bring my wife at this one. So yeah, I met up with Greg and everything, all that stuff, and then met up with everybody else. We got to see Justin, and I got to see Bobby and everything. Bobby had a booth like he's always had at the TFCon. He sells his artwork and stuff and all that, wonderful stuff, merchandise and everything. And we had a table. The first time and the last time we had a table there for Sharecast. I don't know why we got one, but we was next to Bobby and everything. So we had merchandise and everything. And I'm going to show y'all later some pictures and stuff of of some of the the TFCon panel, the third party panel, the first one they had there at the the States and everything. It's just amazing. I went through them and just see what was shown back then, and all that good stuff. So I'll show you that stuff, and I'll show you some pictures of us together and some of the merchandise and everything. Anyways, so we had shirts and stuff, and we had magnets and stickers and everything. And, like I said, we just started, so we was a brand new, fresh podcast and everything. And I remember we was sitting around and everything. So Friday, I don't think we did anything really special. I think we picked up our passes. That's when you can pick up all your stuff and everything. They did have exclusives there and everything. So that we did that and everything. They had a little bar area down at the hotel, so had you get food and you can drinks and all that stuff and everything. So we met up there and we met a lot of people and everything. I remember meeting Kuma Style, if y'all know him. He's a really good dude. I remember we sitting around there eating and stuff and everything. And he came up, and all T2RX6 and Bobby were kind of big YouTube stars. Well, I don't want to say big YouTube stars, but they had a following at that time. I didn't. I wasn't doing. I don't even know. I may have. If they gave me my nickname at that time, I think they gave me Deluxe at that time. I don't remember. That was really early. So I wasn't doing reviews and all that stuff at that time and everything. So I wasn't really well known. So I was one of the just on Sharecast. And I remember he came up and said, "Are you Deluxe?" and everything. And he's a big guy and he's really muscly, he's really fit and everything. And he shook my hand and oh my God, it hurt so bad. I was like, my God. But he, out of those people all around us, we had some other people that people knew, that were well known throughout the community. He's like, "Man, are you Deluxe?" or something like that. So I guess I did have Deluxe or something, or he said Matthew or something. I don't know. Anyways, I got to talk to him, and I think it's the first time I got to meet Kuma Style, and it was really awesome and everything. He's a really good dude. Check out his reviews and everything. He's a really nice guy. Really takes good pictures too, beautiful pictures. So yeah, so that's one of the highlights there. I got to meet a lot of people that I still hang out with now and still talk to and look forward to going to Tfcon. Some Justins and Jasons and just a bunch of people. I don't want to name everybody off. I don't want to forget anybody, but I got to meet a lot of new people and everything. It's really cool. So yeah. So we went to, like I said, this Saturday. So we got to go through the, dealer room. We were down in the basement. They was having another convention. I want to say maybe Supernatural was at the top or whatever, the main area for everything. So they put Tfcon right down in the bottom. We was in a little basement. I mean, it was really short. The ceilings were even short, like 8 foot, maybe 9 foot at the most. But yeah, it was a big, pretty decent sized room, and we had a lot of tables and everything. I walked through, and then there was a lot of stuff. I remember Toy World gave away, or not gave away, but they sold those little Fort Max or whatever, or Brave Max or something, and they gave sticker sheets out to them, but they didn't cut them. So it was that was kind of a controversy, but not really. It was just whatever. But I remember a lot of people talking about that. And so yeah, we had a table. Like I said, we would sit there, we was trying to sell our, shirts and everything. I remember going through, and and I'll tell you, this is how Floor Time got, invented or originated. Was I went and bought a Pretender, one of the G1 Pretenders. I forgot which one. It was an expensive one. It was one like $100 or something like that. So I got him, and I went back to the table. I was going to, mess around with it and see, everything was complete and everything. So there was no chairs. Where everybody was around, where Bobby's family was there, and then we had, all the SCU guys and everything. So all the chairs were taken. So I went over. I don't care to sit down on the floor. It doesn't bother me. So I went over to sit on the floor, and I started messing around with my Transformers, the stuff I bought and everything. And I remember Bobby, and I think it was Bobby and Greg, or it might have been Bobby and Justin, one of them. Bobby pointed out, like, what's that? What are you doing playing with your, toys on the floor and all that stuff and everything? And so that's kind of where Floor Time came into play. It didn't start right then, but it kind of, later on when I said I want to do reviews, they's like, won't you, I want to do something different that nobody's doing. They're like, well, why don't you just play on the floor like you did at Tfcon and everything. So that's kind of where Floor Time kind of originated and everything. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Saturday night we got to, we actually recorded a episode. I want to say it's like 90, not 98, it wasn't 98 or something like that. It was early episode of us, and it was just us four in the room, and we were talking about what was revealed and everything, and it was just a good time and all that good stuff. Then we went down to the bar and once again hanged out with everybody. Sunday we just hung up, hang out a little bit and everything. I'm sure I got ready to fly out and everything, all that stuff. So yeah, Tfcon, it was a fun time. I got to meet the Showercast guys. It wasn't the best Tfcon we've been to. Though there's been a couple that were a lot better, but this was really awesome. It was, like I said, we got to meet and all that good stuff, and I got to meet a lot of new people, and eventually I got to, get into reviews and Floor Time and all that good stuff and everything. So let's take a look at some of the pictures. It's pictures of, us, a couple of here and there, and some of the reveals that were in 2014. So here we go. All right, gonna start with some pictures of me, just a couple of the SCU guys and everything. So this was in Agaba's room. If you don't know Hanny, he's a really good dude. Go check out his store. Really nice, one of the better people in this fandom, man. And he's actually in the background right there looking at his phone behind the other two guys, man. So I forgot that he was in the picture, but that's Hanny right there. So this is his room. He had a little room party. He was selling stuff. And he was selling the Matrix and everything, and I held it up and everything, and it looks pretty cool. And then you got that guy behind me, creeping like, soon. Yeah, so there's that picture right there. So this is one of our earlier, one of the listeners made this for us, and I thought it was really cool. It's, Swerve's favorite podcast and everything. Everybody's drunk and all that stuff. We used this for our background for a long time, and I always thought that was a cool picture. So this was Saturday night, right before we started recording one of the episodes, and there's Greg from Mercy on the left. You got Bobby Skullface, and then Justin, T2RX6, and then me. I ain't got no beard or nothing. Wow. So young. So this was our very first t-shirt that we made. It was the Rock 25. I think it was Oscar quoted this, or made this up and everything, made the drawing or something like that. So that was one of our first t-shirts. And we had this big magnet right here. It's a #1 TF podcast, your mom. So that was a big old magnet we had. It's pretty cool. I miss those things. All right, so these are not in order. I apologize. I'm just going through a bunch of the slides and everything. So first we had Mech Ideas Gauntlet. We had a look at this, at the show and everything. That was pretty cool. I had this figure. It's really nice. We had the MMC Night Morphers. This was Starscream, Thundercracker, and Skywarp from the comic book series. I forgot the name of the series. It's Old Timers thing. Bumblebee was like a train or something. Everything. So I had the Starscream and everything. It's really sharp. We had to look at MMC's Terminus Hexatron. This is their 6-shot. I still have him too. We had the MMC Azalea. This is the RC, and they did quite a couple other recolors of this one and retools too of this mold and everything of the Fembots. We got to look at the MMC Kaon right here. This is part of the DJD. Everything. Golly, they've been starting since 2014. Yeesh. We had the third-party company called Before and After. They're not around anymore, but this is their Sigma 6. This was their 6 gun, which came part of Metroplex and everything. So I had this guy too, and then you had the other stuff come with the tank and everything and all that stuff. So we got to look at the Fans Projects Headmasters, their Chug Headmasters and everything. The Function X, yeah, Code and everything. Pretty cool. I still have those too. I really like those. We had their Werewolf. And there's their Brainstorm, Smart Robin. Then we was shown Skullcruncher. He came out and everything, so there he is. And then we got some more Function X6, X7, and X8. I think that's, the first one's Hardhead. Don't know who the middle one is. And the last one is Highbrow, I think. So there you go, coming soon. And this is their Fans Projects, their Dinobots that were kind of stylized. They look like some kind of like the medieval times kind of Dinobots and everything. So there they are right there. We got from Make Toys, we got the Battle Tanker. I have this one actually for him. We also got to look at the MMC Boss and everything. So there's early pictures of him. If y'all remember X2 Toys, we got the twins, the Autobot ones. It's Fastlane and Fast Track, I think were their names. So we also got images this year of the Voltron. This was X2 Toys DKR002 combined. Yeah, so I guess they were going to make a Voltron at one time. I don't think we ever saw the light of day. So they put out images also of their Impactor from the Wreckers and stuff. I don't think that we ever saw this either, but this was presented to us there. And also on Before After we have the Clone Twins, the Decepticons ones. We never saw these, I don't think either. So they're kind of a little stylized, but they didn't look too bad. But we never got them. Mind Wipe out there, the Sigma L. So pretty cool. I still like these things. So we got to look at our first images of Omnigonics. Yay! This is our Sunstreaker. If everybody knows, he's part of my comparison shots and everything. Robert D, which he wasn't on the show at that time. He bought me like 5 of them, and everything. So yeah. But hey, I mean, a lot of people were excited. We didn't have a Sunstreaker at that time, so I think there were people. I don't think we had Bad Cubes yet, Sunsurge or anything. So we got to look at Omnigonics, and here's their card mode and everything. Like I said, it looked pretty good. It didn't turn out that well, but I think a lot of people were excited for this guy. So X-Pent Transbots had some exclusives for Tfcon at that time, and here are the recolors of their Huffer. Look at all that shiny chrome. I never got to mess around with these guys. I don't know if they were the bad ones or not. I don't think a lot of people liked them. I mean, they were good for back then, but they're not up to standards nowadays. But there you go. And then we had the Toy World, the Fort Max, a little mini Fort Max they were selling at the show as an exclusive. And here's the robot mode, all that stuff. It came with stickers. Yay! So we were shown Make Toys Hypernova. Everything. I think it took a long time to get this thing out. Was it Make Toys or MMC that took a while? I don't know. They have one. I couldn't keep up with him anymore. But yeah, we saw Hypernova there. We got to look at the Make Toys Swerve and Tailgate. So Swerve had probably been out maybe, or was coming out soon. And then we got some prototypes of Tailgate right there. We got to first see Ollie and their Sonic, which was a repaint or maybe a retool also of their Ollie. It was a GoBot, and yeah, we got to see early pictures of Ollie. Yay! Then we got to see the Make Toys Contact Shot. This is their Target Master. I wish they would have finished the Target Masters. This was not a bad figure at all. I still have it, and yeah, I wish they would finish those. But I wish Make Toys would just put something out. Come on now, it's been a while. To look at DX9's little Legends figures, and this is their Scourge. I still have this guy too, so we got to see some Legends. It wasn't as, popular as it is right now as far as legend figures for third party. But yeah, DX9 was one of the early ones that started this stuff, so very nice. We got to see Make Toys Pandanus. This is their Scorponok. It's a really stylized Scorponok, but it's pretty cool. I have him. He's in my background, usually in my reviews. He's a big old fella. We got to see some KFC, which has been a while since we've seen anything from KFC, but we got Tempest. This is their Cyclonus. I don't even think you can give it away nowadays, but we got to see Tempest. Yay. And here's their Citizen Stack, which is their Ultra Magnus. And it was going up against, I think it was going up against the MP1 at that time. So yeah, that was kind of a controversy. I don't know, but there's their Ultra Magnus. We also got to see TFC Protectobots. This is their Hotspot and their Groove. Got to see that. We also got to see Uranus. This is their Superion. I had this guy, but I sold them. They were all floppy and everything. So they showed us Bull's Fire, which is their only release they did, and this was Swoop. I mean, it didn't look bad. I mean, if you just looked at it right now, you couldn't even tell if that was Fans Toys or Bull's Fire, to be honest. But they didn't. It just didn't pan out. They never put anything else out. Just this thing. I wonder who bought this thing. Anybody out there that watches me and still has this guy? Hit me up, man. Tell me how he is. We also got to see Badcu's Brawny. This is their Brawn. So there was early prototypes of those, and you had the Outback over there also. We had the KFC Transistor, I think that's his name. This is their Blaster. I still have this guy. He's my Blaster so far until somebody else puts one out. So we had this company Shapeshift. This was their, this is Legends class. The Starscream and Ironhide, so you got the War for Cybertron kind of look to it, feel and everything. I have these. They're not terrible. Very nice paint. They're really shiny, but just nothing else panned out from them. So that's the only thing we got from them, I think. So we had a Make Toys Duke. I don't know if this was an add-on kit to help with the Prime, but I think that might be a whole new figure right there. So I don't think this saw the light of day, but if it did, tell me. I don't know for sure. Then Perfect Effect had these little things. I guess they had Max Warden, and I think they did Scorponok and Metroplex or something like that. So these little squish little guys right there. So pretty cool, I guess. I think this is Perfect Effect 8-Face. I think this is where their Chuglam that we were supposed to get, but we never got the triple changers from that line. So we saw early renders of it. This is their Make Toys Guardian. This is the Protectobots. So I got 2 of them, I think, and I didn't finish it off. I wish I would have finished them off, but it's fine. We got to see some MMC reformatted Jaggertron. This is their Lockdown. We saw early renders of this at 2014 Chicago. We also got to see Perfect Effect Leonidas. And I have Leonidas. He's pretty good. He has some issues, but he's still in my collection. It's a good figure. We also have from DX9 Splinter. This is their Retgar. I never got this guy, so I don't know how he is, but we got to see him. Then we had add-on kits. Yes, there were tons of add-on kits back then. This was for the Fans Project Stunticons. So you got some add-on kits for that to make it a little better, I guess. We also got to see Bold Forms. This was a small company. They were supposed to put out a Minosaur, but they only put out their Motormaster, and I don't think it done that well. I think they did a Megatron also. Don't quote me on that, but they put out 2 products and everything, so I never got to look at them, but we saw this. So yeah, here's early protoforms of that. It's supposed to be 29 centimeters in combined mode, so there you go. So KFC put out their Sharks. I still have their Sharks. I think they're wonderful. You got Sancho and all them stuff, so that's phase 2 right there of KFC. Oh man, we had Giga Power. So this is where this was their Snarl, and everything. So, they're still putting out. I think their last one's coming out soon is their Grimlock. But man, it's been 5 years since Giga Power started putting out their Dinobots. Man, that's dedication right there, buddy. So there you go. And we said coming soon, Grasser. Come on now, you're not coming soon. But yeah, they showed pictures of Grasser. We also saw pics of TFC Hercules, which he was my first combiner, actually. The third-party combiner was TFC Hercules, so memories. Oh. We also had TFC Photron, which I had this guy still, but he was supposed to be the Reflector, but he's not that good, so yeah. And we saw TFC Ares, their Predaking. I never got this guy either. I got the MMC one, and he's still pretty good, but I'm waiting for a bigger, Zeta or somebody, make a A nice Predaking. We also saw Perfect Effect Warden, which is still a good figure. I like this one. He's a little Fort Max thing. He's got a huge gun. And he's still a good one. I like Warden. All right, well, that was some slides of some of the up-and-coming stuff back in 2014. I hope you enjoyed that. It's really cool to reminisce of and go back and see what was actually going to come out and what we've seen and what didn't come out at all, you know, all that good stuff. So hope you enjoyed it. All right, I hope you liked that slideshow, man. There's some, man, Omnigonics, man. Come on now. They showed Omnigonics there at 2014. Anyways, there's some cool Bulls Fire. It had the swoop, you know, the only thing they put out, everything. So there was some interesting stuff that was, you know, that was revealed and all that good stuff. Man, it just brings back memories of, you know, seeing all that stuff for the first time. And back then, you know, a lot of stuff was coming out. You know, there were third-party companies left and right, and we were getting stuff, a lot of stuff and everything. And, you know, now some of these companies now don't even put out any stuff anymore. So just really weird after 5 years, man. You know, it's gone by really fast. So appreciate what you got, you know. You might lose it later on. All right, well, I hope you liked that little story time. I had a great time, you know, doing this, trying to remember stuff and everything. I'm sure there's a lot more stuff that happened. You know, like I said, I don't want to mention anybody's name, but I've met a lot of people, and I'm still friends with you fellas and ladies too. So I'm you know, really happy that I had a chance to go to the first Tfcon, and I've gone to every one since then, and I've had a great time, and it just gets better and better and bigger. You know, the next year we got ROC finally came on to the map and everything. They introduced themselves and everything. So I got tons of friends of those guys. So big shout out to all those people. So yeah, I hope you like this. Go down and hit me some likes, shares, prayers, and Care Bears if you like this. If you like this kind of thing, just say, hey, I'd like to hear some more. I'll try to think of some other stuff, you know, we'll see. And go down and hit that little sub button. Really helps out the channel. I'm almost 2,000. Yay. And I guess I'll see you on the next story time with Deluxe. And as always, be good to yourself. Hail Hasbro, and good night, folks.